The partnership we just announced with 605 brings Samba TV's clients a new level of scale in precision and addressability of the TV audience, not only in the United States, but globally. So Samba TV's footprint as a result of this partnership now exceeds 46 million opted-in TVs globally. 28 million devices are here in the United States, creating massive scale addressability and precision down to the DMA level across every DMA. All 210 DMAs in the US are now addressable with the scale that we now enjoy.
And tell us about measurement and what's going on with what 605 brings to the table.
Well, Samba TV, as you know, has created a omni-screen addressable footprint that relies on our massive scale of first-party smart TV data. We've augmented that with set-top box data and other partnerships similar to the one we announced today. But really what this means for our clients is that not only do you enjoy the scale across all the screens that we use to watch video, but you also get precision performance provided by us. And where 605 has some unique capabilities, we're excited to be able to bring those to our clients as well, as a key measurement partner to a number of brands across the country. I think the capability that 605 has built is going to be very valuable in the portfolio that clients can now access.
So Ashwin, tell us, who your clients are. Are they buy side, sell side? I know I spoke to Laura Nelson at Disney, and she was very positive about their work with you. What is the scope of your the clients?
The omni-screen opportunity, Andy, it's one that we created, here at the company once we created smart TV data sets for the first time, nearly a decade ago. And where the initial traction really took place was with the marketer. Marketers have always struggled with the fact that tools, data sets, systems treated TV very differently than other devices where, high degrees of precision exist, like mobile and desktop. But we all know that the way we live our lives spans across all these devices fluidly throughout the day, whether we're at work or we're at play. And so this capability that we brought to the client really allowed the advertising to span all these devices to mirror basically how we live. That was a game changer for marketers, particularly ones that were big investors in building their brands on television, who really, parallel to that massive investment in television, had very little in the form of measurement and proof that advertising was working when compared to digital. That changed when we came to market, and it was a game changer for the marketer. And then what we heard from the publisher universe and the platform universe is that they felt like our capabilities in data and identity could be useful to them. And so as you heard from Disney, they now own not only massive broadcast platform and ABC, they own the cable networks and Disney, ESPN, National Geographic. They also have Hulu and their streaming portfolio. They can now, with identity, bring that entire universe of inventory to their clients as a cohesive package. And we've been able to really augment their measurability around TV so that they can sell digital and TV as a package with all of the proof of performance and measurability that you've been able to enjoy from digital.
Now, Ashwin, we've heard that licensing of ACR data from the OEMs is becoming more restrictive. How does that impact Samba TV?
Yeah, it's a good reminder, Andy, that we live in an interesting time for a couple of reasons. One, the privacy landscape is shifting very rapidly. It started in Europe, but it's spreading across the world, where basically the regulatory bodies are starting to understand that their consumers, that consumers at large care about privacy. And in the California and the most technically savvy regions of the world, 70% of people tested and polled in favor of more privacy regulation, knowing that in our backyard, we've got some of the biggest tech companies in the world, but consumers are uncomfortable with how far the programmatic advertising world has gone and how the data universe has gone, and really creating this massive amount of data out there that we don't, as consumers, really understand or feel comfortable with. So I think it's safe to say that we're going to see a lot more privacy regulation in the future. it's also safe to say that the industry is going to have to completely retransform itself around first-party data and consumer control. And so what you see in the changing landscapes in smart TV data in our little corner of the universe is two things. One, people who don't own first-party data are losing it. And it's because the first parties are trying to build more capabilities themselves. One, because it's the right thing to do from a privacy perspective. And two, it can be a much bigger business. And it's the right strategy for first parties to try and build more capabilities rather than selling their data to anyone who might want it.
So, how does that fit into your strategy and your business, or not?
Well, it definitely is, sort of a reinforcing mechanism for, the investments that we've made around building an app on the television, giving consumers complete control over their data footprint, what TVs can generate in terms of data and insight on viewership, and maintaining a first-party relationship with the consumer and their data. That's always been for us table stakes. We've never done anything less than opt-in. And we've always been first party with that consumer relationship so they can manage it in one place. For us, what's happening is that the industry that wanted to compete with us and compete with those that have first party data with other people's data are now basically having to surrender that data because they don't have the first party relationship with the consumers and they don't have a long-term relationship with the data controller. What we see in the first party data landscape in response to the privacy landscape is that first parties are going to bring a lot of their data back closer to home, and they're going to build out more full stack solutions to bring value to advertisers and other stakeholders, replicating a lot of the full stack capability that Samba has built over the years.